Hello everyone, welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're back with more George Clarkey, and probably one that it might actually finish me off, this one. This you guys have suggested this video a hell of a lot, but I don't know if I'll even be able to make it to the end. So we read our own fan fiction. Oh, let's go into it.
Arthur, you're a fan of literature, correct?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
I
no.
often see you in the non-fiction section of my local bibliothèque.
Ooh, multiple languages.
You're a fan of non-fiction. I'm a fan of fiction, so I thought I'd show you my side of the world.
The way you're about to burst out laughing has me troubled.
Have I even told you what we're doing?
Is it the fan fiction one?
Yeah, no, we are reacting to some fan fiction.
God.
Okay.
And honestly,
Bro, these I always find so fucking weird. Like, oh, it's so bizarre, man.
I feared that was where this was going.
I searched in fan fiction and herped, and I got literal herpes. No, I
Oh
tried
my
to.
goodness.
I
This is
tried to.
filthy.
It's 4D. I hate every moment of it.
Broken smell things through this.
Close your leg. No.
4D fan fiction goes so hard, by the way.
Oh,
wasn't the only thing going
I actually
on.
might die at this.
So
I
I was
actually
on the little
might.
fan fiction. Didn't realize they had I realized they had a search bar. Tried to type our names in. Didn't come up. So now my history literally says George Clark Arthur TV fan fiction. So I'd like to put that out there to my FBI agent and to you, Arthur, that wasn't just a personal thing.
Okay.
I've only briefly seen what the names of these things are. And
Oh,
I really
Jesus
don't like
Christ.
it.
Oh my goodness.
This one's got 227,000 views.
Crikey.
What the fuck?
That is outrageous.
I think we have to go for heart shape.
I think the heart-shaped one is one that I looked at before, and it's like 10 hours long. Is that right?
Yeah, I usually
hours?
speed through to the good bit.
If this is the one with Madeline Klein, this was like one of the
Oh, it
first
says
ones.
Madeline
Sorry?
Klein there.
Oh yeah, I'd probably go for a shorter one because I was reading for about half an hour and nothing.
I nutted 7 times.
I beat that thing dry.
This was called Mr. Television.
Oh my
Mr.
goodness.
Television.
Hey, Arthur TV and George Clark. That's us. And
Oh,
it's
there
10
you go,
pages long.
Mastermind.
And it's got
That's-
literal Sabrina Carpenter on the cover.
Read it.
Oh, it's
What
gonna
if
be
I
so
told you
weird,
none of
isn't
it
it?
was accidental?
Okay. Oh yeah, Sabrina Carpenter and me.
Oh
As a-
yeah. As who? Himself. Come on.
And the flatmates as
How many people do we live with, including 3 sheep?
Volume 1 Encounter. What the?
Ooh.
In which George Clark goes to a coffee shop every day, yet he doesn't like coffee all that much. He's there for her.
Ooh.
Classic me, I always do this. In which Rowan Reese voluntarily took the afternoon shift and hopes to serve him.
Serve him. Oh yeah.
In my experience of that coffee shop, she always serves.
Yeah, come on. Oh, there we go. Is this
Okay.
it starting?
Well, that explains the semi.
Oh,
Rowan
God.
wiped the remaining coffee beans left in the packet into the machine, then tossed the empty wrapper into the bin underneath the table and turned it on.
Ooh, innuendo already. I'm hotting up.
She just actually flicked her coffee beans left in it.
Just straight away.
She watched as the coffee beans begins. Oh my god, I'm getting a little bit nervous. She watched as the coffee beans began to be ground up into a fine powder, as if she was watching paint dry. Nice. Little simile in there. She turned slightly as she noticed an elderly woman and a young girl entering the coffee shop, their teeth chattering from biting cold of autumn. Hey darling, Hattie smiled through it. Where am I in this?
Where am I as well? This person's
I don't
baited
think I
everyone
was in
into
this.
their own lore.
I'm skipping through to wherever the hell I come in.
We're going to skip too far and it's going to be like... And then George began anally bleaching Arthur TV or something like that. Too far, go back.
It pained her to say that she was practically ruining her peaceful life for a boy, but she couldn't help it. George Clark was a regular visitor. He was always there at around 12:30. Classic me. She recognised him from TikTok as soon as he walked in.
Yeah,
From
come on.
TikTok,
That's
guys.
such a weird thing to put in.
Just hear the beep in the garage going off in the distance as you enter.
She thought he was nice looking. That's nice, thanks. I could have used a slightly better adjective.
Nice. He's nice looking. That's what I feel like grandmas say when they don't think you're particularly attractive.
Yeah, he was quite trendy. So there she was, standing at the counter, palms sweating as she typed in the order of her very tall-looking man dressed in a full suit with a sour face.
Oh.
I don't think that's me, is it?
No.
Bloody hell, this is long, isn't it? 10. Is this 10? There's 10 pages.
Yeah, we're on page 2 out
bro,
of 10.
come
They're
on.
10
How do
pages
people
of
write
this.
these?
Bro, they're so long. These people write novels. It's actually quite impressive.
How's Platform Roulette getting a mention before me? In my fan fiction?
When does it get horny.
When do Arthur's trousers come off? What the fuck is this? What the hell is that?
Oh.
He's not involved.
And then it's your...
Why was he there?
Come off. What the fuck
Sorry?
is this? What the hell is that? He's not involved.
And then it's your YouTube
Fantastic.
Oh, actually, this has also been suggested, and I think I'll be reacting to this one in a couple of days.
Fantastic video, though.
George and Rowan interaction. So that's George and friends. So still nothing.
I'm so
The girl's
confused by
dog
this.
instantly came. We've gone too far. We've gone too far. Go back, George. What the
Oh, I
hell?
hate him
Girl's
so
dog
much.
instantly came right over.
This is not the smut I wanted to read.
Oh no!
Oh,
Get away!
Deary me.
She came on, come on, honey. Not in the honey. That's meant for the coffee.
Oh my goodness,
hate
there's food
it.
and animals
I
involved.
genuinely think at this point, right, you guys suggest these videos just to watch me squirm and to look, to see me visibly uncomfortable. Because that's all I get from these videos. They're so weird.
This is sick.
That was just to sweeten up my latte. This is on
Okay.
DMs apparently.
Oh, you're DMing each other. Come on.
Hey Rowan, it's George, although you probably already know that. That's how I usually go in.
Oh,
Christ.
he's got some confident riz. Come on.
Amanda, I was wondering if you and Molly would like to be in the video. We have 2 groups of 2 and I have 2 guys so far. Most of my friends are busy that day. Classic, that's what they always say.
Yeah, they're busy.
We'd love to. And again, I'd let Molly know, but she would be more than happy to. Again, thank you so much, Rowan. I owe you big time. I left it with a smiley.
Bye in DMs is crazy as well. Bye.
Rowan smiled softly as she looked up from her phone and realised she had walked the entire length of the pier whilst talking
That's
to
true,
George.
actually. I don't think I've ever said bye in a DM. Like you don't end it as if you're having an actual conversation.
Just
right?
fell
It's
off the edge.
You just don't respond.
She started in London. It was at the end of Brighton Pier.
Yeah.
I don't even live near a pier. I've got no idea where I am. He's ruined my life. Oh my god.
Oh, the dog
No.
is gone.
Pillow talk. Pillow talk.
What if this is just one of those romantic ones that like there's just nothing sexual at
smut.
all and it's just kind of cute? George erupted into a fit of laughter.
It's
Oh,
the worst eruption. Arthur's
worst
eyes
eruption.
lit up suddenly, looking straight into Rowan's eyes with a malicious.
What am I doing to Rowan?
I don't understand.
Leave my George Clarkey alone, Rowan. I know what you're trying to do. He's
Rowan
mine.
squinted as she peered over at Chris. He is quite small, bless him. I think that's a person.
Oh, kinky. Someone stole our flower.
oh
they
Jesus!
need to
They
be
need to be
punished.
punished.
Oh, George fell to his knees in despair. Oh.
They were both covered head to toe in the
In?
very thing they needed so badly. This
Go
is, I
Oh.
think, spicing up.
George instantly grabbed the vlogging camera. Maybe we changed, like in the Harry Potter books, we changed the word vlogging camera to penis. It's not one to penis.
Jesus
George instantly
Christ.
grabbed the veiny, throbbing vlogging camera.
And pointed it at Rowan. Rowan knew she would get at least a bit of recognition due to her appearance on George's YouTube channel. She didn't just expect it to be this much. Before it, she had just over 6,000 followers. Now she was pussing? That was just fingers crossed. She was pushing over 10. That's the cloud I'll give you.
I thought this character was going to get railed by you, not just randomly made famous. They're
Yeah,
just
innit?
living out their dreams.
They're just
I'm kinda
flexing their
disappointed.
fake social blade.
Rowan shortly overtook YouTube and Arthur in subscribers and views and began doing all of the Chris MD videos because she could actually score goals every time.
It just fades to black and it just... Rowan went on to hit 10 million subscribers.
Rowan became the 8th member of the Sidemen, and George and Arthur never got invited back.
Closes the book. I am Rowan, the owner of the internet. Where's all the fun stuff? Oh, what was that there? As she poked out the door, a tall figure could be
It's
seen.
so
She couldn't see
weird,
her face,
innit?
so immediately she pressed the numbers 112 on her phone.
I just
Ready
don't
to
understand
call
how
the
people
police.
think of this shit up.
Things got scary. She slowly walked up to the door, the old wooden floorboards creaking as she got closer and closer to the thing. A Fantastic Four reference, perhaps?
thing.
Maybe? I don't know. This was not an ideal thing to be happening on Halloween night while she was alone in her coffee shop that quote-unquote fans now knew she worked at.
Oh, she's
Wow.
getting too
She's-
famous to work at a coffee
She
shop.
started flexing in her fanfiction.
I'm too famous to be at work here, guys. Come on.
Once she
This
got
isn't
close
even a fanfic about these two anymore. It's a fanfic about Rowan. Who the fuck is Rowan?
enough to see her face, a wave of relief hit her. It wasn't a creepy man, just
Oh,
George? Hate to break it to you.
Is it heating up
She unlocked the door
now?
with a small smile and pulled it open. She was met face to face with him, except something was different. Hang on. Do you know what they've done?
What?
This is Halloween night.
Do you think you're going to end with,
Oh, Jesus Christ, she pulled George in and immediately began examining his face.
So she's now become the hero of Halloween night as well.
There he was standing in the ivy with a bloodied eyebrow and a few scratches splashed over his face. Also, more than a few scratches, all right?
Jesus
In the cheerleader's
Christ.
costume, worry filled Rowan's face as she immediately interrogated him. What the fuck happened to you? She
What
came
is
grabbing his
going-
face to get a closer look. What the fuck?
Where have you been, you idiot? He starts grilling you. What have you done?
I thought this was getting sexy.
Fucking bike.
I've got PTSD. Looking at a fan fiction. Lime bike, he mumbled, easily letting Rowan know that he'd had one too many drinks. What happened? Lime bike? Why were you on a lime bike, she asked, slightly laughing at his decisions. I don't know. She shrugged honestly. Had places to be.
What the hell?
What is this?
What is going on? If a historian randomly, like everything else in the entire universe, in terms of human history, gets destroyed other than a photo of your eye and this story, they're going to think this is what happened.
This is such a funny thing to do for
that,
fan
Arthur?
fiction. You want some water?
Yeah, I'm really. This isn't anywhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be, but I feel like they thought it was going to be a hell of a lot worse as well. So who knows? Maybe we'll go on to another one, and it will be just as gross.
Walter before going to the other side of the counter, filling a plastic cup they used for iced coffees and filling it to the brim with water, and watched him immediately down it.
Yeah,
No,
come on,
let's-
3 seconds, come on.
They smashed it. That's exactly what I'd do. He handed the cup back to Rowan, and she threw it into the bin that was placed in the entrance of the shop. Seemed like an unnecessary bit of information.
This whole thing's been unnecessary information so
It has
far.
been,
When
you're
do you
right.
get your cock out?
If this somehow gets spun into a sex scene, I am all here for it. Different kind of gash. That's what I'm talking about. Come on.
Oh my
Jesus
goodness.
Christ.
He nodded repeatedly, not stopping for anyone. Rowan placed her cold hand on top of his head to stop his movements. What's about to happen? She was not planning on having anyone getting sick in front of her.
Oh, emetophobia, very common these days.
Okay, stay here. She walked back
Yeah.
to the staff room, collecting every CV
Cheers,
she had gone
Arthur.
through.
Why?
Let me just find a doctor.
Jesus
Mixing up
Christ.
her piles, she spent so.
She's got piles, gross.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Why is she spending so long on her piles?
I've got piles everywhere. Stop making it about
This
you.
is a very
As she
weird
made
video.
the car, she looked back to see if George was still following her. There he was, dragging his feet across the foot.
Just moping around.
Are my feet not on my body? Just dragging him along. She opened the passenger side door and dragged George into the car. Why am I getting dragged
I've been
everywhere?
trying to read where they are as well. And I don't think I've successfully managed to figure it out once. I mean, I think they're here now. But as they're talking, I'm trying to read where they are, and I keep
Where are
missing
we
it.
going? He questioned, looking
Okay,
up at
yes,
Rowan.
I
Well,
see
you're
it.
going home. Like a classic rom-com in the back of a taxi. Where can I take you? Home.
Also, you're now not only like badly injured, but also drunk out of your mind. This can't turn sensual, surely. It's not moral.
Everybody make an edit on that. My face hurts, he moaned, placing his hand up to his eyebrow. Shocker, she giggled, turning on the... She's even dropping one-liners in it. What the
She's cooking you. She's bantering you.
Yeah, Arthur, George fell off a bike and fully smashed his face. I'm with him in my car. Outside your flat, if you could come out and get him, bring him home, that would be great. He's such an idiot. Thanks, Rowan, I'm coming now.
You know what would be so creepy if, like, in this law thing, like, they just had your actual address and like,
Yeah.
a photo of your front
Oh,
door.
bro,
Just
imagine.
them sat on my sofa.
When do I come into this? Am I even in this one? Go to the 8th or 9th page and let's see if there's any, like, last furious sex scene right at the end.
This is like the
I don't think
biggest
there is.
incel behaviour, by the way. That's just going on Discord together. Scroll to the final page. Scroll to the final page. There might be a bit of cock.
There might be us having sex somewhere. If I do a vlog, do you think you'd click on it? What is going on?
That's such like, if I was a worm, would you still love me?
Edit.
vibes. Oh, I saw finger and I
Jesus
got
Christ.
excited. What is
I saw a
happening?
finger.
No, it's the last. Oh my goodness, last updated 16 hours ago. This is a work in progress.
Everybody hound these people. I want the last 2 pages. And I want them to be me and Arthur just furiously having sex.
Just forget about
I
the rest
thought-
of the plot. Wherever you're at, end it. Straight into shagging. Go on, do it.
What bad was just exclusively. Is smart the right word? What even is
I thought
smart?
it was.
I don't
to be
know,
fair.
but whatever the hell that was, I wasn't happy about it. I just relived a traumatic experience in my life. I was hoping to gain one today.
Right, well, it's saying smut is a fungal disease of cereals. Well, that's not what I was looking for either.
What? Let's get some fan fiction with some Cocoa Pops in this bitch. I might just whip up the hub and see if there's any deep fakes.
Well, let's just make a deep fake video of me. You know what? Fuck it. Do you want to just come around George. Let's give the people what they want.
We're live streaming. This is actually a launch for our OnlyFans account.
How many likes on this video?
No, you can't do that.
Oh, there we go. Smart. Explicit, not safe for work.
Okay.
That's what we want.
Right.
I mean, we don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. But I want that. I don't want it, but I want it. I want it. I don't want it.
2,600 words.
Fuck.
What the hell?
Hell yeah, that's
Wait, what's the summary?
shit.
You share a flat with Arthur and George Clark a few days ago at your New Year's Eve party. You and George shared a kiss, but then you've both been avoiding each other. A week later, you come home drunk from work party, accidentally waking George up in the process.
Oh, Jesus.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But this one doesn't
Struggling
include
to
our
find the
TV.
right key. Yes or no stumbled through the front door of the flat with her phone.
No, not yes or no. It means your name. It means your name.
Okay.
Yes or no, you stumbled through the front door. It's just interrogating you the whole time.
After struggling to find the right key, the man stumbled through the front door of the flat.
Your
Her
nan.
phone hills and
Your
handbag
nan.
clutched tightly in her hand. All she could seem to focus on was the buzzing sensation in her head.
Hey, she's got a rose toy in her head. What the hell is going on?
Get it out! Get it out! It's just sent her insane. She used it. She lifted her arm absent-mindedly, good word, reaching her hand out in a search for a glass. As she stood on her tiptoes, she tripped suddenly, and the glass that she had managed to grab slipped from her hand and smashed on the counter below.
Oh, no.
She gasped.
That was perfectly in sync from my Discord audio, you know.
That is possibly the cringiest thing we've ever done. The sudden sound giving her a fright. The sound of the smash echoed throughout the quiet flat. I sound like a fucking giant in this, in like a fairy tale, causing George to wake from his slumber.
Up in the clouds.
He rubbed his palms
Up in a
over his eyes.
beanstalk.
His gigantic bear palms. Who dares awaken me?
Hey, he said softly, bending down slightly to place his hand on her shoulder.
Hey, he says, and just bends over.
Pop my back. Let's get you to bed, all right. Your nan mumbled an incoherent
Your nan.
response.
Fucking
Her
hell.
gaze
Stop
drifting
saying your
around the
nan.
room. He gently helped her sit up. He steadied her. Better than studied. He studied her. Your nan kept her hand placed against his back.
Stop saying your
Is it
nan.
really in the mood for you?
I don't want my nan stroking this drunk girl's legs.
Once in her room, George turned on a soft lamp. Took the bottle from her grasp and placed it on her bedside table, along with the painkillers. He watched her as she rummaged through a dresser, pulling out some pajamas.
So close yet so far.
I'm glad you said you just didn't finish it so close. Well, good night then, you menace, he continued while smiling softly, turning around to make his way towards the door before her voice stopped him. Oh, she's got fucking superpowers. No! Your nan whined and shook her head.
Oh my
Your
god.
nan,
Why is
I
my
swear
nan
to
watching any of
God.
this, the little perv? Get back in your grave, nan.
George raised his eyebrows at her, that's plural, chuckling as he watched her make grabby hands towards him. Go on, show us what grabby hands look like, Arthur.
George.
She
That's
faced
alright.
towards him, offering him her small hand,
Yeah.
which he took.
Her small hand rather than her large hand.
Take it. Take
Take the tiny one. The large one's too embarrassing.
After a few minutes, George heard the bathroom door creak, causing his eyes to open. He sat up, the sight making his breath hitch. What's that mean?
Dunno, kissing a little gasp. Oh, you're on the toilet. Oh.
There stood your nan in the
No!
doorway, in
Fuck.
nothing but an oversized shirt, her legs on display. Fuck, that your nan would look good in that. Ready for bed? He questioned, trying his hardest to fight the urge to look at her bare legs again.
Why has she got bare legs?
She had so many.
Jesus Christ.
You had bare legs again.
His gaze followed her face until he was looking up at
What are
her.
your gays doing there? I didn't know you owned gays.
Going,
Fucking
yes,
hell.
George.
Yeah.
yes." She continued to stare, her eyes trailing all over his features. Mop them up a little bit, I guess. His messy hair, the stubble on
Oh.
his face, the way
Oh.
he bit his lips,
Oh.
his toned arms and legs.
Oh.
Oh, it is me. He really was the most handsome man she'd ever laid her eyes on.
Fair enough.
And it took everything in her to not lean down and kiss him that moment. You're right, he furrowed his eyebrows, thinking her behaviour
Again,
was
this
purely
isn't
due
anywhere
to how
near as
drunk
bad
she
as I
was.
thought it
She
was
shook
gonna
her
be.
head, her skin beginning
Your-
to feel
your
hot
nan
as
bit
if
is
she
the worst
couldn't keep
part.
Still. What's wrong? He asked. I don't know why I don't have a voice, it's literally me. His fingers brushing against the fabric of her shirt and kept watching her squirm. I'm starting to squirm actually now. I don't know if I like this.
The shirt and squirm blended together, and I thought they just said squirt.
Against the fabric of her squirt.
And he kept watching her squirt.
She said something, but all he could hear was incoherent mumbles and whines. What are you going on about, you idiot? Your nan abruptly stood up in front of him again, looking down at him with doe eyes. Pop them in the oven for fan 180, maybe 20 minutes, and it was as if the air around them had suddenly got thick. Not the only thing that had suddenly got thick. Her lips parted. She stood between his legs, staring down at him intently. How tall is
Okay,
this
this
Is
is
she
getting mental.
stood in your bed, just on top of your mattress now, in between your legs?
I think she's glitched in. He blinked slowly and his lips parted along with hers. I can't stop thinking about you.
Both just doing thumbnail faces. Me when she gets her boobs out.
And the things you could do to me.
What?
George released a breath. He didn't know he'd been holding his cock the whole time. As he softly spoke her name. Your nan? I want, she started before letting out a desperate and breathy moan. George simply couldn't stop himself from asking, what do you want? She glanced down at him, the alcohol giving her a confidence that she had never had before as she licked her lips. Oh
my God! We finally hit the point. Keep going.
I literally just finished before we got there. No.
I've been doing it under the table the whole time.
I want you to make me arrive. As he glanced up at her in shock, he couldn't help but feel a sudden tightness in his boxes at her words. There was something about her in that moment that drove him crazy. The look in her eyes and her
Fucking hell.
soft voice. The fact that she was only in a squirt. It was all too much.
The fact that she was only squirting.
Your nan. He shook his head, tearing his eyes away from hers. Your nan, you're smashed. She whined, leaning forward to place her hands on his shoulders. But I can't do that. I can't say those words whilst whining.
This is getting crazy.
But I want it. I want it so badly, George. I don't want you to do anything that you'll regret. He then whispered, placing his hands over her calves.
Trust me, you'll never regret going there with George.
So I just bent down behind her and just held her calves.
Yeah.
And just went, I don't want you to do anything you'll regret. She sniffled, her eyes searching his. Do you not want me? The alcohol was talking, making her bratty.
Oh, Brat Summer mentioned. Come on.
Of course I do. Fucking hell. George scoffed. Of course I do. Fucking hell. I just don't want you to think that I'm taking advantage of you. Can you do the girl voice now?
I wouldn't think that. Please, George.
She whispered, her breath hot against his cheek.
Why is it giving
Which
like
one?
Peppa
Pinky
Pig
face, as she
vibes?
leaned down.
I want you so
hell.
badly. She's Irish now.
Oh, hell yeah. George sighed, determined to not give in to her drunk antics, but she was making it impossibly hard. What the hell do you mean by that?
Oh, yeah, she was.
Come on, you nan, he sighed, resting his head against her arm. They sat in a comfortable silence for a few minutes before she felt his fingertips run up the back of her smooth legs.
That's a very long time. Just several minutes of you just contemplating.
Just the slowest slide up the back of her leg.
Just slowly reaching towards her back.
Like you don't want them to realise. From her ankles all the way to the back of her thighs where her squirt ended.
What?
Couldn't help but let out an audible gasp.
Oh.
At the feeling as the goosebumps started to rise on her skin.
The editing is mental in this, by the way.
Yeah.
It's throwing me off so
You
much.
really want a thumb, baby? He questioned her, the sudden pet name sending chills up her spine as he looked up at her through his lashes.
Fuck yes. Fuck
Oh, I
yes.
hated
George
that.
sighed, his
I hate
mind
that so
pondering
much.
for a few seconds before he leant back on his elbows against the bed, tapping his thigh with his palm.
What?
Maybe I just found something hilarious.
What? This is even weirder.
Then you can use my thigh to get off.
Is that a thing?
What?
Just
A little bit of thigh rubbing?
rub on my thigh?
Have we been doing it all wrong with each other this time?
What?
She took his words in and
You can use
wasted
my
no time in
thigh.
climbing onto his lap and straddling his thigh. He watched her with expectant eyes and almost fell apart when he felt her start to grind against his clotted thigh.
Oh, you've got jeans on as
What?
well. What? First of all, why are you sleeping in jeans? And second of all, that thing's just gonna soak it all up. Why is she grinding on denim?
Denim. That's what she was saying. He allowed out a deep breath as he watched her place her hands on his stomach to keep her upright. The material of his squirt bunched between her fingers as she let out a high-pitched moan at the friction. You are enjoying this far too much.
My neighbour's gonna be like, what the fuck is going on with this?
Does that feel good? George questioned, his voice deep and husky. All your nan could do was nod.
You've just got some drunk girl just twerking on your thigh. This is so
Yeah,
odd.
it's bizarre.
And quite hot. As she tilted her head
Okay.
back down, as she up and rise, she couldn't help but let out another moan at the sight of George underneath her, propped up on his elbows. What, like the fucking Exorcist?
What the hell? Like a reverse plank. Sorry, babe, it's ab time.
Oh no. She felt him lean forward, pressing his body against her as his hands gripped her hips, watching as her squirt rode up. Saw that at first as watching as her shit rode up, revealing her red-laced panties underneath. He tore his gaze away, trying not to get too caught up in the fact that he could feel.
All the gays are around, just getting really close. Get away, gays.
Get away, she's mine.
You're literally not into this. That's the entire point.
He caught up in the fact that he could. As he looked up,
Jesus
into her eyes
Christ, how long
intently,
was
he
that?
bit his lip again, biting back a groan as he felt her fabric of her squirt pressing up against.
Oh,
This is out. I mean, this is exactly what we came for, realistically.
yeah.
Well, what we're about to come for.
Come on.
Yeah, let's go. This is your line.
Ah, fuck, I'm gonna come soon.
Your nan moaned, her lips parting as she plunged onto him, trying her hardest to chase the high that she so desperately craved. Yeah, he questioned hotly, his hand still
He
guiding
questioned
hips against
hotly.
him.
Why can't people describe that as every time we ask a question? Hey George, how's your day going? He asked hotly.
That was such a fucking hot question.
Welcome back to another video, they said sexually.
He introed the video hotly. It was
Jesus
only a few
Christ.
seconds later. Oh my god, they do know me. Oh, I haven't even got that bit yet. Jumped the gun on that as well.
I'm not even in this at all.
His hand still guiding her. At what point would you have thought you were going to come in at this point?
This is why I burst open the door. You're drunk, get off him, he's mine.
Arthur burst open the door hotly.
I see
No, I
your
can't
white
believe
thigh
Arthur's
is
only
free.
just fucking
Mind if
realised
I
he's not
rub?
in this.
Looks like he got space for another.
And you're just stood there lying on your back and two people just bouncing on your thighs.
Doing a reverse plank.
On your elbows. I don't want to get into this situation.
She smashed a glass a minute ago. Now I've got her and Arthur television grinding on my thighs. Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus
Come on, baby.
Christ.
Use me to make you thumb. Her breath was ragged as her moan, as what?
God, this sentence is killing you.
That's your line anyway.
Fuck, oh my god, yes. Oh, I'm not saying
Oh my god.
yes, father, I'm going to arrive. Oh, fuck, I'm arriving.
The name leaving her lips made him impossibly hard. Almost causing him to.
There is just no way I'm this hot. That sounds like an after TV thing to say.
I do not believe that at
The
all.
amount of blood I've got and the pressure capable of being made by my heart, this can't be possible.
Almost causing him to make a mess in his pants. Also, I almost shit
Oh,
myself.
what?
Oh, this shit's so fucking hot. Between her heavy breathing and high
There's
pitched
always,
moans.
whenever these two get together, or to be fair, not even just these two, whenever Italian Batch, Arthur TV, George Clark, or Chris MD are in a video, there is always one part of it that I cannot stop laughing at, that I hate with all my being, and that makes me want to click off the video forever and never turn back. And I feel like that bit was all three of them put into one.
Oh, father.
They both became sweaty during the whole ordeal, but neither of them cared.
Come on.
We are such sexual deviants. She hummed against him. Hummed as in smelt. She fucking hummed. The feeling of the aftershocks of the climax still hitting her. That better now? He questioned, watching her nod with a cheeky smile plastered across her lips. Fucking hell, George thought.
Jesus
After a few moments,
Christ.
they peeled themselves away from me.
Oh, sweaty
that's
bodies
horror.
were stuck together.
She slipped beneath the covers and he tucked the blanket snugly around her shoulders. Thanks, Georgie, your nan murmured, her words softened by
Fucking your nan.
the grasp of her sleep as her eyes fluttered closed. He fingered for a moment.
Just himself. Well, now you're done. I might as well start on me.
Shut me up, you're not going to finish. With a final reassuring pat on her shoulder. I shit on her shoulder. That's horrible.
I swear to God, if you get up and start humping her leg in return, I'm giving up on this story.
As soon as
I
the
gave up
doors
this story
closed,
a long
he began
time ago,
tearing his
Arthur.
clothes off his body and rushed to turn them on the shower. He got in, stood under the water, let the cold water hit his body as the weight of what had just occurred weighed on his mind. Even though he was drenched in cold water, it still didn't get rid of his own problem that he now needed to take care of.
That is a lot of moral questions, both in the story
Yeah.
and what the fuck we're doing if I'm reading
I
it.
left it off just before because it finishes there. Get it? That's a thinker for you.
And the scene that comes after
Yep,
is on
got
the
it.
George and Arthur OnlyFans, which is out now. Thanks for 1 million likes on this video. Go subscribe.
Woo, and it's literally called Come On. Come on, bros.
Oh, God.
Right. Well,
I hated this.
Arthur.
Right, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to accept your grace there. I don't really know how I feel about any of this. There's too many questions go through my mind.
So interesting.
I'm starting to think I should just delete this file. I don't know if this should ever see the light of day.
I don't really know what just happened. We spent most of that searching for it, and then the last like 20 minutes just being really uncomfortable that we found
Well, yes,
it.
I
obviously.
feel like I need to go to church.
Right, well, if you want a part 2, make a fan fiction about
No.
me and Arthur. Thank you very
No,
much.
Thanks.
I don't want a
see
part
you
two.
in
No
the
one
next
make
video,
any
I
more.
guess.
No one
Now I
make a
need to go
part
take
2.
care of my problem. Bye.
Wait, are you free right now?
Right, we're going to go have e-sex. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Jesus Christ. Well, there we go. Absolute fucking horror. Hated every second of it. Weird. Fucking weird. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you for suggesting it as well. Please leave a like down below if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.